Hello and welcome back to another Poke-Torio video. Today we are going to be looking at everything Chilling Reign. The card list, the product list, everything that we can see, all the cut cards as well. We'll go through that because there's about 50 cut cards. But our last video we opened up some build and battle decks, and some of you guys wanted to know what the full card set list was. So here we are. Let's get into the video. So, Chilling Reign, the latest English set, which is going to be comprised of Matchless Fighters and Silver Lance and Jet Black Spirit. The set in total is going to have 233 cards, and so they had to cut 55 cards from those two sets, which we will probably and hopefully see in Evolving Skies. Still not sure what's happening on that one. But let's get into the list. There's going to be pictures to the right of me here of all the cards. We'll zoom in to the really good ones. But if you guys want to see these images close up for yourselves, the link is down in the description. So let's get into it. So first off, we have the Bug Boy, Weedle, Kakuna, and Beedrill. And we have the Ichigeki Beedrill. Then we have Ladybug, Ledian, and a Heracross Ichigeki. We then have a Celebi V and a Celebi V Max, looking very beautiful. I know we've seen all these artworks before, but we'll just quickly go through the list of cards that from the Japanese sets are going to be in this English set coming soon. We then have Snova, Abomasnow, Deerling, Sawsbuck, Bounsweet, Steenie, and Serena. We have Grookey, Thwacky, and Rillaboom. Rillaboom is in Rengeki. We then have Zarude. And we have Blaziken V and Blaziken V Max. I remember these from the Japanese set. We have Castform, the Sunny Form, a Larvesta, a Volcarona, and a Volcanion V. Ichigeki. Single Strike. We then have Scorbunny, Raboot, and Cinderace. We then have a Lapras, a Sneasel and a Weavile, a Delibird, and Castform in its rainy form. Oh, and Castform in its snowy form. We then have Snorunt and Frostlass. And we then have Spheal, Celio, and Walrein. We then also have Tapu Fini there in Rengeki, Rapid Strike. And then we get Sobble, Drizzle, and Inteleon to finish off the starters in the set. And then we have our Rapid Strike Urshifu featuring in this set. And then we get the first English version of Ice Rider Calyrex V. Sorry if I butchered that name. Calyrex. And then Calyrex V Max Ice Rider. Looking very majestic. Moving on, we have Mareep, Fluffy, and Ampharos. We have Blitzel and Zeb Striker, and then Thunderous. We then have Zeraora V. Very hard to pronounce that name. Always had trouble pronouncing that name. We then have Galarian Slowpoke. We then have Ghastly, Haunter, and Gengar. And then we get Galarian Articuno V. The first English version of the Galarian birds. We then have a Ralts, a Curlier, and a Gardevoir, a Shuppet, a Banette, a Cresselia. Very nice to see Cresselia back in the swing of things. Golett, and Golurk, a Swirlix and Slurpuff, and then Inkay and Malamar. We then have a Hatenna, Hatchram, and Hatterene. And then we get our Shadow Rider, Calyrex V and Calyrex V Max. Again, looking very majestic. I probably prefer the Shadow Rider to the Ice Rider, in my personal opinion. You get a lot more of like the horse actually in the card here. We'll pull back up. We'll pull up the Ice Rider there, the VMAX back. So yeah, and we'll put them side by side, these VMAXs, and you can see the difference in the style of the artwork that's gone into these cards. I personally prefer the Shadow Rider. Moving on, we have Diglett and Dugtrio, Galarian Farfetch'd and Galarian Sirfetch'd, and then we get Galarian Zapdos. Looking hella cool. We then have a Gallade, a Galarian Yamask, and Galarian Runerigus. We have Crabrawler, Crabominable, Rockruff, and Lycanroc. We have a Passimian. We then get a Sandaconda V and Sandaconda VMAX. Looking like a tornado. I guess that's the style it was going for. It just looks really weird to me as a Pokemon altogether. Just its normal form as well. It's an odd look, from my opinion. Then we have a Clobopus and a Graplocked. We then have Cubfu. And we have Coughing, Wheezing, and Galarian Wheezing. So we've got both forms of Wheezing there, which I quite like. I quite like that. And then we get our Galarian Moltres to finish off the bird trios. We have our Galarian Moltres V. Looking very dark and majestic. We then get Galarian Slowking in dark version, and Galarian Slowking V and V Max. Just looks very weird in my opinion. I don't like the eyes. The eyes freak me out, especially in the V. It's giving me a look, and I don't like it. I didn't consent to that look. Moving on, we have a Quillfish, a Seviper, a Spiritomb, a Liepard V, or Liepard, however you want to pronounce that. Very nice. We then have Venipede, Whirlipede, and Scolipede. We then have our single strike Urshifu. I believe they'll come in holo and non-holo. We then get Aron, Lairon, and Aggron. Not seen Aggron in a while in an English set. And then we get our Metagross V and Metagross V Max. I love the look of the V Max. It's just a larger Metagross, but I like it. We then get a Cobalion, again, Pokemon we hardly see in these sets. Taurus, Porygon, Porygon 2, and Porygon Z. Very nice. We then have a Blissey V, just to pack in the Vs there. We then get a Zangoose and Castform, or colourless Castform. Moving on, we have a Kecleon, a Shaman, and then we get Tornadus V and Tornadus V Max. Looking beefy. We then have a Furfrou, Squovert, Greedent, and that's it for the Pokemon, by the looks of it. Your normal Pokemon, 128 cards that are just Pokemon. We then move on to our trainers, where we have Agatha, Avery, Brawly, Caitlin, Crushing Gloves, Doctor, Dynatree Hill, Echoing Horn, Expedition Uniform, Fire Resistant Gloves, Flannery, not heard of that one before, Flannery, Fog Crystal, Galarian Breastplate, Honey, Justified Gloves, Karen's Conviction, Clara, Melanie, Old Cemetery, Path of the Peak, Peony, Rapid Strike, Scroll of the Skies, a rugged helmet, Seabold, Single Strike, Scroll of Piercing, Weeding Gloves, Welcoming Lantern, Impact Energy, Lucky Energy, and Spiral Energy. And that ends us on 159 cards, and that's the end of the trainers and special energies. We then move on to our full art cards. We have this wonderful Celebi V, looking really nice. We then get a Blaziken V, looking majestic. Take a minute to look at that card. Then we have a Volcanion V, full art. Looking really good. We then have our Ice Rider Calyrex V, full art. Kind of looks like the Shadow Rider V, normal version. More zoomed out. You can see more of the actual Pokemon. We then get our first alt art, Ice Rider Calyrex V. This looks amazing. So you've got your Spheals in the background, your Teddiursas, your Leo, Fire Lion Cub, and a Deerling, all on this sort of river, the mountain in the background. I love the look of this card. I am loving what they're doing for the artwork recently, and I can't wait for Eevee Heroes for my order to arrive so I can start opening up and trying to get some alt art. And I want the alt art Leafeon from that set. Moving on, we have Zeraora V, full art. Looking like he's about to start some business. And then we have an alt art for Zeraora V. And I love the artwork in this, very anime style artwork. Very beautiful. These are cards to look out for. We then get Galarian Rapidash full art. Looking My Little Pony all day long. And then we get an alt art for Galarian Rapidash. Look at how beautiful that is. Absolutely love this card. The artwork they are putting in some of these cards is unbelievable. We then get a full art Galarian Articuno. And then you guessed it, we get an alt art for this as well. There are a lot of alternate arts in this. They are the ones that you want. They're the ones that I want personally. I mean, each to their own, but the alternate arts are the ones for me. Look at this. Then we move on to the Shadow Rider. We got the full art, really outlined. I'm not sure I like the whole outline on this card, on the Pokemon. Kind of makes it stand apart from the artwork behind it, which I'm not really a fan of. And then we have its alternate art, which I am a fan of. This looks like something out of the Headless Horseman. Very beautiful. Moving on, we have our Galarian Zapdos full art. And then the alt art for him. He's running up the side of a canyon. And you can see he seems to be a very fast bird with the trail, like the Roadrunner behind it, going all the way back through the canyon. Very nice. Very, very nice. We then get a Sandaconda V full art. And I think I speak for all of us when I say we didn't really want a alternate art for Sandaconda V. But then we move on to Galarian Moltres V full art. Again, outlined. I'm not sure I like the outline of the actual Pokemon, this silver outline on them. And then the alt art, which is the one I want from this set. It just looks so beautiful. More like a ancient kind of card. It's like a wall mural, this one, with the moon in the background. It's arched wings. Very beautiful. We then get Galarian Slowking V. Again, not a fan of the eyes, but a decent Pokemon. And then we get its alternative art, which is very artsy. I like it. Not sure what all of this in the river is there, but make of that what you will. I see an Among Us character right there. But yeah, I do like the art. You can tell someone's put a lot of effort and work into this artwork. There's the illustrator there. We have a Leopard V full art. Again with that outline. I think all these full arts have a slight outline. Then we have a Metagross full art. Again, the outline. A Blissey V full art. It looks like they have silver outlined all of these full arts. And we do get an alt art for Blissey. Looking all cute in its house. It's got pictures with its trainer. Very nice. It's sat in its pink chair, pink shoes, pink photo frames, pink slippers, pink rug, and a red door. And then one brown frame. Each their own with house design. We then have Tornadus V, full art, and we get an alt art for Tornadus. I really like this, something out of like a cartoon. And it's whacking by the looks of it. It's hitting up the Pokemon here on the left side. And that's it for the Vs and the full arts and the alt arts, I believe. Let's go on to the trainer full arts. And we have Agatha. We have Avery. Never been a fan of Avery. We have Brawly with his many fists. Makes it look like he's Machamp. We have Caitlyn. Doctor. Flannery. I like the hair of Flannery. Honey. Karen's Conviction. Looking very sinister. Clara. Melanie. Pioneer and Peony. And then we also have Seabold or Cybold. Moving on to the Rainbow Rares. We have Celebi V Max Rainbow. Blaziken V Max. And then, for some reason it's down here, we have a Blaziken V Max Alt Art. He is looking huge. He is towering over all of these water Pokemon training. He's about to kick them all off. We then have our Ice Rider Calyrex VMAX Rainbow. And our Ice Rider Calyrex VMAX Alt Art. There we go, a lot of the Calyrex cards in this set. Some very, very beautiful. And then we have our Shadow Rider Rainbow. And then our Shadow Rider Alternate Art. This time outlined in like a blue. And you know what? I like this outline. Really makes it stand out. I know the other outline did make it stand away from the art, but this one just makes it stand out. It's still a part of the art and the scenery around it. It just stood out with that slight ever blue line. Really like it. Really a fan of that. We then get a Sandaconda VMAX Rainbow, a Galarian Slowking VMAX Rainbow, a Metagross VMAX Rainbow, and a Tornadus VMAX Rainbow. Moving on to the trainer rainbows, and we have Agatha, Avery, Brawly, Caitlin, Doctor, Flannery, Karen's Conviction, Clara, Melanie, Pioneer, Peony, and Seabold. We're not done yet. On to the secret rares, the gold cards, and we have shiny Electrode. We have shiny Bronzong, a shiny Snorlax. That's the one I want out of the golds. And then we also have the Echoing Horn, the Fan of Waves, Fog Crystal, Rugged Helmet, Urn of Vitality, Welcoming Lantern, and to be honest, my favourite of these like secret rares, gold cards, these aren't really gold, but I guess they do count as gold. They've got gold borders. You've got Water, Psychic, and Fighting Energy, and they look beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And that takes us to 233 cards. What a set. It's going to take me years to complete this set with the hype that's behind it and everyone buying it up. Now we'll go through the products of what you can buy from this set that we know of so far. And if we have time, we'll go through the cut cards. If we might just glance through them, and I'll put an image up on the screen of all of them together, and you guys can pause or click the link down in the description, and the list is here for you. So for the products, we have the booster box, and you get 5 artworks. You've got the 3 birds and the 2 Calirexes. You've got Ice Rider and Shadow Rider. We then get 2 different Elite Trainer boxes. One is a blue, one is purple. There are no promos in it, so I'll throw them up here. You get your 8 packs and all the other bundle that comes with the Elite Trainer boxes. I'm sure we all know what comes with them. We then get triple boosters with a Snorlax promo and a Mew coin. You get 3 packs. And an Eevee promo with also a Mew coin. You then get 2 single boosters with a Phanpy promo and a Genesect coin. And again, a Genesect coin, but this time a Morpeko promo. Then, as you saw in the previous video, we have the build and battle decks where you get your 4 possible promos of Inteleon, Cresselia, Cinderace, and Passimian. We then get a mini binder. I'm sure there'll be one of each Calyrex rider, but on this one it just shows the Ice Rider. We then get 2 portfolios, 2 binders, one with the 2 Calyrexes on the front and back, and the other with the 3 birds, Articuno on the front, and Moltres and Zapdos on the back. We then have large card signs of the Calyrexes and the Chilling Reign logo. We have a counter sign, so this is probably for the shops and the stores. We then look like a pack of 50 promo poster, which again, I believe this is for the stores. But if you're able to go to the store and ask if they've got a spare, all to you. I think I'll be doing that myself, trying to see if I can get hold of any of these promo posters. You then get some foil promo stickers. And there are also some window clings of what looks like just all the starters. But that is more to do with the 25th anniversary. But there has all the Chilling Reign stuff in there as well. But thank you very much for watching, guys. I've been James, this is Poke-Torio. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and ding dong that bell for when we next upload a video. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Goodbye.